Hey, Dena here. I've been wanting to do a vlog for a while where I just kind of, well, it's basically a year in review kind of thing. I wanted to kind of go over the videos I've done this year and kind of let you guys know what's been going on. I had, unfortunately, my video output hasn't been the best this year. I have managed to put out I've managed to put out something almost every week. So like, my quantity has been fine, but I haven't done enough game dens and film dens, and that's because life got in the way, and I've been kind of picking the types of videos like Red Dwarf and Monsters vlogs, and just kind of doing those and spending my whatever free time I have left taking care of other things. So I figured an easy way to do this would be, I'm not going to show you my screen, but you don't really need to see it anyway. Maybe I'll put up like images showing what I'm talking about, but I just want to kind of scroll through all of the videos I've put out this year and just kind of talk about that a little bit and talk about what was happening when that stuff was going on, or what was happening when I was making those videos. So yeah, here we go. It's kind of a year in review thing, and it seems kind of, I might make this a yearly thing if I think this video turns out well, because it's the anniversary of my channel is actually December 29th. I conveniently did it almost at the very end of the year, like literally 3 days before the end of the year of that year I created my YouTube channel, and this is actually my 12th anniversary coming up in a few days. Yeah, this is actually kind of an odd video to put out on Christmas Eve, I guess, but you know, Christmas Eve happens to fall on a Monday this year, and Monday is like vlog day for my channel, so anytime I put out a vlog, it's usually on Monday. So anyway, so yeah, let me just get started with this, and I can just kind of talk about what's been going on with my channel and outside of my channel this year. Looks like I was my first video in January. By the way, I'm actually looking at my my list of videos, like through my through Creator Studio, so these might actually be the dates I uploaded them and not the dates they aired, but whatever, close enough. Like, I'll be a week off, maybe. It looks like the first video I put out in January was the last episode of Red Dwarf Season 7, so that's kind of interesting. Also, yeah, this is saying the day after that I put out a Let's Play. I don't think that's how that worked. So yeah, this is in the order I uploaded them, not the order they aired, but whatever. Aired. After that was when I started my Atari 2600 Let's Play that I did. I streamed it on Twitch, and then I put them on YouTube later on. I found out later that I get way more views and interaction if I stream on YouTube, so my idea for trying to go outside of YouTube didn't really work too well, unfortunately, but whatever. But yeah, it's interesting that I did that this year, because that feels like years ago. You ever like look back at the beginning of the year and like, that happened this year? Holy crap. Oh, in late January I re-uploaded Silent Hill Downpour, finally. I'd been meaning to do that for a long time because I needed to replace a song in it, because it got flagged and blocked worldwide. Well, not blocked worldwide, but blocked in certain countries. And I used to think that wasn't a big deal, because I think I just sort of assumed that like the majority of my views were coming from America, and I shouldn't have assumed that. That was from the early days where I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but you know. Oh yeah, February 1st was when I put out Hellraiser Deader. That was interesting. February has become the month for Hellraiser videos somehow. I think it's because it's in the beginning of the year, and like there's nothing big in the theaters yet in the beginning of the year usually, and so I don't have any particular things in mind to do a film den on, so I'll just do a Hellraiser video. That's how that's turned out. And then I started my Resident Evil 2 Let's Play. That turned out to be a lot of fun, mostly. That game was a lot harder than I thought it would be, but it was still mostly fun. And people seem to like it too, so. Oh, I did a video about the 10 years of the Game Den. It was the 10-year anniversary of the Game Den in February of last year. This year. God. Now in March I did an art stream where I colored some fan art of Sans from Undertale. That was another one I did on Twitch and then put it up on YouTube. Oh, April 19th was when I put up Ecco the Dolphin, which was the first game den I had done in years. It'd been even longer since I did one that wasn't Silent Hill related. That was around the time that, in fact, I made that video public the day that I was getting surgery. I was getting my gallbladder removed. That was one of the things that happened this year that kind of slowed down, or maybe not slowed down per se, but kind of messed with my video production. I spent about 2 weeks recovering, and then I got, and then I came down with some kind of bug, and then I got sick for a couple of weeks, and that was no fun. So yeah, that really kind of messed everything up. I'm afraid this video is gonna come off like a string of excuses. It's not about making excuses or anything, it's just kind of informing you guys, because I felt like I should tell you what's been going on, since it's unusual for me to do as few big videos this year that I have. Oh, the end of May was when I finished up Red Dwarf Season 8. I got a comment from somebody that was like a mile long bitching me out for taking Red Dwarf too seriously because I didn't like Season 8. And it's like, okay, aren't you taking my opinions a little too seriously if you're gonna leave me a big huge wall of text bitching me out about it? Or actually, aren't you taking Red Dwarf too seriously if you're that fucking offended? Whatever, I'm not mad, it's just, nah. You gotta laugh at stuff like that, you know? Oh yeah, June was when I started the Claire part of my Resident Evil 2 Let's Play. Yeah, Jurassic World came out in June, and that was the last film den I did this year. Well, so like halfway through the year I was basically done doing film dens. I didn't intend to be done, but that's just how it worked out. I also finished up My Little Pony in June, My Little Pony vlogs. Yeah, July, which is when I was doing Red Dwarf Back to Earth, we found a kitten. A kitten showed up on our porch, and we took her in, and we found out the hard way that she had ringworm, which is a horrible thing to have to deal with. In case you don't know, ringworm is not a worm at all. She didn't have worms or anything like that, but it's a kind of fungus that cats and dogs can get. It is spreadable to humans, and it causes like sores. And I had the very first sore. I actually got a sore on my arm a while back, and I got some on my legs and stuff, because we had just adopted this kitten, and I wasn't gonna like lock her. You know, they're like, oh, you lock them in a room and don't let them come in contact with anything until they get better. And it's like, it can take months. I'm not gonna do that to the kitten that I just adopted, you know? Yeah, and for cats and dogs, it can cause their hair to fall out. And it was really bad. It spread to the other cats. Basically, one of the things I was having to spend a lot of my free time on when not making these videos was that I was having to bathe my cats in sulfur. It's called sulfur dip. Basically, what you have to do is you have to bathe them. It like washes the excess oil off their fur and skin, and then you have to dip them in this stuff that, well, sulfur. It's got sulfur in it, so it smells horrible. And I had to deal with this. I had to bathe her basically and put sulfur dip on her every single week. And then of course it spread to the other two cats, and I was having to bathe them as well. And you also, another thing is that with ringworm, it's a fungus, and it spores, right? And it becomes airborne, and it attaches itself to things like dust and pet hair and stuff like that. So you basically have to keep the house super fucking clean. And I was basically having to clean the entire house every other week. I don't know if that's even as often as I should have been doing it, but after a certain point, I just like have to work on my fucking videos at some point. So yeah, that was a fun thing. Taking care of my cats and dealing with this stupid ringworm in general was one thing that took up a lot of my time, and it's one of the reasons why I stuck with the quicker and easier videos to do, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, July 8th was when I almost finished my little animated CG cat that I put at the end of all my videos now. July 12th was Equestria Girls. That took some, that took a lot of effort, and I had to get that past the Content ID. Oh god, the Content ID system was just an absolute bitch to deal with around this time too, because I kept putting out these long videos like Back to Earth and Equestria Girls, and it just, it was, I guess because the videos were longer and there was more for it to catch, it was just more likely to catch stuff. And I was like saying, and this is still kind of my attitude, I was saying fuck it and not going back and re-editing the videos to get past the Content ID system because it was just too much fucking trouble and I just didn't have time. And honestly, it's been that way. I've kind of like, that's kind of how I've been approaching my videos ever since then. I haven't been going back and re-editing them. I'm just like, also they haven't been blocked worldwide as often. With these ones, they got blocked worldwide, and it was ridiculous having to deal with all that. But yeah, my more recent Red Dwarf videos have been getting flagged, but they haven't been getting blocked. They've just been monetized. So that's been a little bit easier to deal with. I just fight the claim and move on, and I don't go back and re-edit them. And of course they had all these cat videos, which are basically mini film dens. They don't even get that many views. It's a labor of love, pretty much. Oh, I did a vlog called What the Fuck is Going On with Dena's Channel, where I tried to explain some of the stuff I'm talking about now. I think it was mostly about the Content ID stuff, actually. Okay, I'm on the last page now. Oh, I did my first episode of Monsters in September. That's interesting. Oh, and I did a Let's Play of E.T. quietly. I never got around to doing that again. I thought I might do that again, but I didn't. But maybe I should. It was fun. And in September, I also started on Red Dwarf Season 10. And in September and October, Lee and I did our Final Fantasy VII Let's Play on Twitch that we later put on YouTube, and we kind of just sort of abandoned that, and not too many people seem to care, so whatever. I have no idea if we're ever going to go back to that. And yeah, the rest of the year is mostly just Red Dwarf and Monsters vlogs. Oh, and of course I started my Silent Hill live Let's Play. That was actually a lot of fun. And yeah, that started in October, which was kind of appropriate. I didn't do any, it was kind of a shame that I didn't do any Halloween videos this year, but I did start up Monsters shortly before October, and then in October I started doing my Silent Hill Let's Play, so that's kind of cool. At least I did Halloween-y type things in October. And of course I finished up the Red Dwarf vlogs at the end of November. And it's been just Monsters vlogs ever since then. The next Monsters vlog, I haven't done the premiere thing on YouTube yet. It's where you upload a video and you let people react to it live. I might do that with this next episode of Monsters since it's a Christmas episode. What I might do is I'll premiere it on Christmas Eve and then like I'll have it go live on Friday as usual. So I don't know. So yeah, that was my year in review. Like I said, this is probably going to come across as very apologetic and self-deprecating, but I don't really mean it to be. I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what was going on, and that, you know, I'm aware that my videos weren't the best this year. It's just been kind of a low year for videos for me, at least the second half of the year. I'm going to work on that next year. As far as I know, the ringworm is gone. It seems to be anyway. My one cat, Souls, has a couple of scabs on his chin, which worries me a little bit, but he's not like missing any fur or anything, so I'm just kind of keeping an eye on him, but he looks fine otherwise, and Tara and Luna look fine as far as I can tell. Luna's really more Lee's cat. He pays more attention to her than I do. But anyway, I think the ringworm is gone. One thing that's going to be a hassle is, one way or another, we are going to try to move at the end of January. So that's going to be a thing. We were originally going to buy a house, and then we realized that we don't quite have the means to do that, so we're going to rent a house, and hopefully with the goal of maybe in a few years moving again and actually buying a house. We really want to buy a house, but it's just not realistic to do it right now. But anyway, the idea is to move at the end of January, and so that's going to be another thing, but hard to tell how much of my time that's going to take up between now and the move. Because I actually don't have that much stuff to pack. I've actually packed quite a lot already, and we don't really have a ton of stuff anyway. A lot of our stuff is in storage. But the good part is, at least as far as what's supposed to happen, is we're getting some money together, and we are going to rent a house, and we are going to pay to have all of our shit that's still in storage from when we lived in Memphis. We're gonna have it brought over here to our new place after we move. We should have room for all that stuff now, and yeah, so that's gonna be good. A lot of the stuff you guys have seen in my earlier videos that you've commented on, like, all that shit's in storage. Like the little Freddy doll I had for my Nightmare on Elm Street video, that's in storage in another state. So I haven't seen that thing in years. So, you know, just as an example, all of the cool stuff I used to have in my background, like my 20th anniversary Optimus Prime and my little Bumblebee plushie, all that stuff is in storage. Not to mention a whole lot of my games, like games that I can't get anywhere. Like, freaking, I have a copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga in storage. It's like, it's a rare game that would cost me like $2,000 if I was gonna buy it now. I own it, but it's in storage. And they haven't managed to, like, properly emulate it yet, so I can't even play it, like, illegally. So yeah, it's one of my favorite games, so it really sucks that it's in storage. But anyway, I got off on a weird little rant there. But yeah, a lot of my cool shit is in storage, and we're hopefully going to be getting it out of storage soon. And you might actually be seeing that stuff pop up in my videos again if all goes well. So yeah, it's gonna be a pain having to move at the end of January. What I really want to do is I want to keep this tradition that I just kind of accidentally started, where I do a Hellraiser video in February. I want to try to keep that going. What I'm going to try to do is get started on that fairly soon. We're getting towards the end of the holidays, and like, oh, probably not after Christmas, but after New Year's, I'm gonna try to, even if I just work on it a little bit at a time, I want to try to get started on that next Hellraiser video, and I want to try to have that done in February for you guys. And you know, unfortunately, that's around the time that the move is gonna be, so I don't know if it's gonna come out before or after the move. Probably after, but hopefully I can at least, like, get a lot of it, get the script written and a lot of it edited, so it's like, maybe all I'll have left to do is film, something like that. I'm hoping something like that will happen, and I'm really going to try my best to get a film den, a Hellraiser film den, out sometime in February. Mid-February is probably what I'm thinking. And after that, hopefully things will settle down so I can go back to doing film dens again. I'm going to try to do a lot of them this year. I have some ideas for stuff I want to cover on the Film Den this year. I'm not going to share it, though, because I don't know if it's going to work out, but I have an idea of, like, doing a theme year, where there's, like, a certain type of movie that I've been wanting to cover, and there are a lot of movies that fall under that category, and it might be interesting to do all of those in one year, and have kind of a theme year, if that makes any sense. So I think this is winding down. I think I've basically told you guys everything that's going on. Oh, one more thing. Something I would like to do. I would like to do another stream. I'd probably do it on the 28th or the 29th, so basically Friday or Saturday this week. What I would like to do is just kind of to sort of celebrate my channel's 12th anniversary, because that's when my anniversary falls on that point. I would like to do something where I do a stream where I basically react to some of my older videos, and I want you guys to choose which videos they will be. Because it's hard for me to, you know, there's certain videos where they might be interesting to me to react to, but I don't know what you guys would want to see necessarily. So, tell me in the comments section what videos you would like to see me react to live. I'm totally ripping this idea off of ContraPoints, but it looked really fun when she did it, so I wanted to give that a shot. And my audience when I stream tends to be very like interactive, so I think that could be a lot of fun. So tell me in the comments section which videos of mine you would like to see me react to. I'm not going to put any sort of limitations on it, but I'm just going to recommend, like, probably older videos would be best, but I'm really going to leave it up to you guys, and I don't know how many I'll do. I'll probably just sort of, like, it'll depend on the length of the videos that you all end up choosing, and, the length of them and just how long I feel like doing it, you know? I'll just sort of feel it out when the time comes. But, basically, and mention, like, I mean, don't go overboard and mention, like, 50 of them, but, you know, pick, like, a few. Feel free to pick a few. You can pick one, or you can pick a few, whatever. But, you know, I'm not gonna put any, really put any rules on this. Just, basically, whichever ones get the most requests, I will do those. I will start with those, and then I'll go down from there. And, you know, hopefully I'll end up doing a bunch, but if they end up being really long, I might only do a couple, you know, whatever. I'll just, you know, figure it out when I do it. But, yeah, I would like to do that Friday or Saturday. If I missed that deadline, I can always do it later. But it is something I've been wanting to do for a while. I think it'd be nice to do it for, like, the anniversary of my channel. So, yeah, I want to do that. And, again, you know, tell me in the comment section which videos of mine you would like to see me react to. And so, talked about the year, talked about what's coming up, and I talked about that stream I want to do. I think that's everything I wanted to say, so thank you for watching. How long have I been recording, actually? I'll probably cut a good chunk of this out, but... Oh, less than half an hour. Actually, that wasn't too bad. I was afraid I'd be yammering for like an hour. I might be able to edit this down to like 20 minutes or something. Anyway, thank you for watching all of that, and that's it for now. See you next time, and Merry Christmas! It's gonna be Christmas Eve when this video goes up, so I hope you all are having a great holiday. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.